This question could be on your geometry final. So the question says, translate the given triangle such that one vertex of the image is located at the origin and label the vertices of the translated image. Then determine its perimeter, round your answer to the nearest hundredth if necessary. So we need to translate the triangle, and translate is another way of saying basically to slide the triangle over. Okay, so we can move it up and down or left and right. And so since we want one of the points to be on the origin, I'm just going to pick point L right here, and we're going to get it to the origin and make sure that we keep track of how many spaces we move up and how many spaces we move to the left. So first we're going to go up. So I'm going to count 1, 2, and then we also need to go to the left 1, 2. Okay? Now, if you look at the graph, each line is actually counting by 2. So that means that we really went up 4 and we went left 4. Okay? So that's going to be my new point L, or my L prime. And then I'm going to do the same thing with J and K. So for J, we're going to go up on 2 lines and to the left 2 lines. So that's J prime. And then the same thing for K. We're going to go up 2 lines and to the left 2 lines. And that's going to be my K prime. And now we can connect our triangle. And I'm going to do it in a different color so that you can see it a little bit better. And so we just translated it up and to the left, and it's still facing the same direction and all that. We just moved it. So now we need to get the perimeter of the triangle. And so before we do that, I'm going to write down the coordinates of each letter. That way we can plug it in to our distance formula and get the perimeter of the triangle. So the new coordinates for J prime are 10, 10. K prime is 6, -4. And L prime is 0, 0. So now we can use the distance formula and get the distance between J and K and L, and J and L. So let's start with J and K. So we're going to say J, K. And remember, the distance formula is D equals all under square root bar x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Okay, so we're going to use that on each line segment to get our perimeter. So for JK, we're going to do 6 minus 10 squared plus -4 minus 10 squared, and that would give us the square root of 212. So I'm going to write square root of 212 right there. Next, we could do the same thing for KL. So we would do our square root bar and then do 0 minus 6 squared plus 0 minus -4 squared, and that would give us the square root of 52. So I'm going to write that up here as well. And then lastly, we would do JL and do the same thing for the distance. So we would have 0 minus 10 squared plus 0 minus 10 squared, and that would give us the square root of 200. So I'm going to put that right there. So now we have the distance or length of each side of the triangle, and we can add those 3 up with our calculator to get our perimeter. And when we do that, we would get 35.9.